All right, starting lineup. You got Mason Pollard, Grayson Richardson, Landon Gemmel, right? Oh, not starting lineup. We got one extra in there because we've got feedback days with our honorary captain, Brecken Dahl, on the ice, standing beside our captain, Mason Pollard, ready to take the ceremonial face-off. Honorary Captain Brecken Dahl about to do the ceremonial face-off. So your starting lineup today looks like it's going to be Grayson Richardson, Landon Gamble, Ryder Robinson, Lincoln Tower, Henrik Rushton, and your starting goalie is James Reed. And he's out of here. Alrighty, here we go. First face-off of game number 1 against Lakeland. Lincoln Tower in the face-off circle. Rushton and Robinson on the wing. Gemmel and Ritchie on the blue line. Tower gets that one over to Rushton. He gets it back to his D-man. They're going to pass back and forth. Ooh, pass intercepted, but Lakeland's offside. Any questions? All right, quick shot. Yep. Face off in the storm zone. Brogan Jones into the corner. Humphreys trying to chip it down the boards. He gets it just up to, who was that? Shea Zeman. Couldn't clear the zone. Shot through traffic. Rebound comes out. Stewart fighting behind the net. Jonesy picks it up. Trying to take it along the far boards. He's all tangled up with his man. Reed will hold on for a face-off. Case and Bowers comes out to take the face-off. Storm can't clear the zone. Dvorak and Humphreys battling. Case and Bowers in to put some pressure on. Battle at the Storm bench. Lakeland comes out with it. Centering pass. Touched on by Langley. Lloyd. Geez, that was last weekend. Lakeland forcing to circle around. Stewart shoved off the puck in the corner. Back to the blue line. No shot. That shot from the side held on easily by Reed. Tower in for the face-off. Pollard, Bisson, I think Rushton and Robinson out there on the ice. Back to the Lakeland blue line. They'll opt to send it into the corner. Storm clears the zone with Rushton there waiting. He'll skate it. He's got Robinson with him. Sends it out just behind him. Lakeland's going to turn it around and bring it back down. Ryder Robinson there to pick up on that missed opportunity by Lakeland. Clears it out again. Long pass goes behind their player. Pollard will pick that one up, send it into the neutral zone. Robinson and Rushton passing back and forth. Drop the puck on these near boards. We're going to have one corner. We can't see very well today, guys. Sorry. Ritchie gets the stick on that one. Stays in the neutral zone. Tower's going to send it back into the storm zone to reset. Ritchie passes just ahead of Pollard. He's got to skate for it. Lakeland will pick it up in their zone. Pollard's got it at the blue line. Shot deflected by the Lakeland player into the corner. Jonesy sends a bobbler towards the net that the goalie had to pay extra attention to before they could cover that one up. Jones in for the face-off. Ritchie from the blue line. Ooh, a little deflection by Jonesy. Just went wide of the net. Jones behind the net. Shea's even in the far corner. Trying to chip it off the boards. Hits the ref. Lakeland loses it in the corner. Shea Zeman, the backhand pass to nowhere. Cormac in there battling. Zeman putting the pressure on. Lakeland sends it around the boards, does not clear the zone. Jonesy sends that one back deep into the corner. Jones all over his player in front. Richie sends that one back around the net. Zeman's going to pick it up on the far side. He'll send it back over to Jones behind the net, who chops at it and just misses it. Lakeland able to clear the zone. Richie will send it back in. We'll get a refresh on the legs on the blue jerseys. Kaysen Bowers takes it into the Lakeland zone, deep in the corner. Langley and Bowers tag teaming to sandwich their player back in the corner. Stewart sends it into the corner. It's his man. They both go down. Cheers from the bench. Devo trying to get the shot off. It goes behind the Lakeland bench and around. Stu will pick it up in the Storm zone. That one comes out and all the way down to the Lakeland zone. The goalie will play it. They'll pick it up behind the net. They're going to go for a skate. Kaysen Bowers all over that. Humphreys gets his stick on it. Gets it up to Langley. Can't quite clear the zone. Lakeland picks it up. Pass missed because Devo had his man in a tangle. We'll come back out into the neutral zone. Humphreys trying to settle it down in the Storm zone. Up to Devo. He's got two men on him right away. Stu's got it in front of our goalie. Chips it up and no, it did hit a Storm player. Back to the Storm zone for a faceoff. Tower in for the faceoff. Bats that one out. Doesn't clear the zone. D to D pass for Lakeland. Shot through traffic. Reed holds on. Tower tips that one over to Cade Bisson. He'll take it around the net far side. Ryder Robinson picks it up in the far corner. Bisson over there. Over to help, sorry. Pollard in there battling with his man. Pass goes this up there. They get the shot off. That's a pad save by Reed. He'll send it into the corner. Pass gets up to Tower on these near boards. He'll skate it through. Gets through traffic, but loses it in the process. Lays a big hit in the corner, and it's gonna be a penalty to Lincoln Tower. She's not gonna let anything go today, it looks like. Two minutes for head contact is the call. Penalty kill Storm. Jonesy in for the faceoff. Richie reaching in and grabbing that one, taking it into the corner. In there on his own. 3 jerseys on him over there. They'll take it to the far side. Gemmel trying to push him forward, clear the zone. Cormac digging in there. He gets it out. Push them back into the Lakeland zone a touch. Give them some time. They'll send that one deep behind the net. Richie will play it in the corner. Brogan Jones in to help. Back to the blue line for the Lakeland defenseman. They opt to pass it up and down the boards more often than not today so far. Shot from the far side goes wide of the net. They try to chip one at Reed. He's got that post touch and he'll cover it up for the faceoff. Rushton taking this face off. Stewart into the corner. 102 left in the penalty to Lincoln Tower. Storm clears it out and down. The Lakeland goalie gonna play it. Rushton's putting the pressure on. He's on the hunt by himself. Aiden Stewart having to watch the cherry picker. Keeping him tied up at the Storm blue line. That pass goes just ahead of the Lakeland player. Humphreys gets his stick on it and chops it back into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland gets it into the zone. Humphreys lays a hit. Clears that down as he gets hit behind the net. That pass just ahead of the Lakeland player. Humphreys will clear it down again. They've got this long stretch pass to a man waiting on the blue line. That shot deflected by Humphreys as the penalty to Lincoln Tower expires, and we're even strength. Langley's got it on this near board here. He gets that pass just ahead of Dvorak. Icing is the call. Shot through traffic. James Reed couldn't see that one. Thankfully, it deflected out. Mason Pollard picking it up in the far corner, looking for an option. Over to Bissell. And did they get it up and out? Nope, they hit a body. Lakeland keeps it in. Mason Pollard trying to tie his man up on the ice here. Sorry for all the traffic in front. If I get out in front of them, they can't see by me. So we're working with it today. Another shot through traffic. That one goes wide into the corner. Langley looking to lay the hit in the corner. Just missed him. Comes out front. Bisson can't quite get his stick on it. Sorry, Lakeland gets the shot. It's bobbling out front. It goes to the far corner as Reed couldn't hold on to it. Lakeland paddling it out to their D-man. They'll send it back into the corner. Pollard going behind the net after him. Can't quite clear the zone. Devo laying a hit. Another shot from the blue line goes high and wide. Another penalty coming. Number 80, Lakeland going to the box for 2. 2 minutes for head contact. Storm power play with 10:47 left to play in the first. No score. Lincoln Tower, and for the faceoff, Cormack and Zeman on the wing, Jones and Stewart on the blue line. Zeman picking that one up. Over to Lincoln Tower, we whiffed on the one-timer. Sent it to Jonesy in the corner. That centering pass was intercepted by a laid out Lakeland stick. Zeman and Jones paying pass behind the net. That one comes out. Stu can't hold the line. Out into the neutral zone. Stu circling around, keeps possession. Oh, the miscommunication from the boys. Everyone going for the puck. Spread out and pass, boys. Shots deflected off a Lakeland foot. Stu picks it up in the Storm zone, circles around, sends it up the boards. The Lakeland controlling the puck in their zone. They'll send that one down. Stu sends a pass across. It was intercepted. We cleared it out just enough to get the offside call. Not sure where to be on this power play with 1 minute left in the power play. Lakeland gets around Richie, playing it behind the net. Devo and Langley in to help in the far corner. Langley comes out with it. Skating it till he gets the pass. That pass is intercepted and it'll come back down into the storm zone. Richie's got it to the far corner. Gets hit into the corner gently. Langley picking it up in front of the net. He'll circle around again, chip it up to Devo. He circles looking for an option. Pass intercepted. Shot held by Reed. Brogan Jones in for the face off. Lakeland tries to come out with that one. Oh, Richie bobbles it behind the net. Gemmel gonna pick it up. Passes over to Richie. They'll gain the neutral zone. Chips it up to Cormac. Passes it just behind Zeman. Gemmel with a ripper from the blue line. Didn't get his full strength on it like we know he can. That one goes into the corner as the penalty to Lakeland expires. Out of the penalty box. Gemmel got his stick on that one, aware of what was happening. He carries it back in. Offside. Maybe a slash could be called too, but I don't think so. Brogan Jones in the faceoff circle. Back to Richie. He sends that one straight into the Lakeland zone. Cormac comes out with it. Can't get the shot off. Jones chipping it over. It's picked up by Lakeland. They'll turn around. Pass gets by Gemmel, and we got a breakaway. Brings it off the post. Thank you. Merci to that post. Up to Zeman. Back to Richie. Skating it into the neutral zone. Cross ice pass just behind Zeman. Oh, centering pass. Cormac couldn't get the shot off. That one shot from the corner on an angle. Tower over to Pollard. Shot goes wide of the net and into the corner. Tower keeping it in the Lakeland zone. Gets another shot and it's deflected up into the mesh. The 7:39 left to play in the first. Score still 0. Tower will be in for the faceoff with Robinson. I'm going to guess Rushton on this near board. Pollard and Bisson. Tower wins that one, sends it hard into the boards. They're battling at the Lakeland bench, still in the Lakeland zone. Ryder Robinson skates hard to keep it in, sends it behind the net. Lakeland goalie playing it as Rushton rushes up on him. Haha. Pollard picks that one up. Robinson sends it back to Kate Bissell. He chips it off the boards and in. That'll be an icing call for Grand Prairie. Pollard cross ice just ahead of Rushton. Up into the neutral zone. Lakeland's gonna play it behind the net. It's that corner that I just can't see unless I get ahead of people here. Sorry, shot on James Reed. He'll hold on for the faceoff. Case and Bowers in to take the faceoff. Lakeland gets it back to their blue line. Shots deflected off a body in front. Line pass cross ice. Lakeland holds it in. Stu in the corner. Langley bumped off the puck on this near board. Somehow we cleared that one up and out. Devo in the chase goes into the corner. Doesn't come out with it. Lakeland's turning it around. They'll get a shot through not quite traffic as the lane cleared, but James Reed could see it clearly for the hole. On tight. Face off. Gonna be to the glove side of James Reed. Jones in for the face-off. Humphreys bats it around behind the net. Cormac looking to pick it up. Jones gets his stick on it, but they can't quite clear the zone. Lakeland still chipping away at it. Zeman bops it up is what we're going to call it in their own zone. Shot goes high and wide around the corner. Their D-man picks it up. Fish. Back to the blue line it'll come. Cormac putting pressure on. It's in Stu's feet. Humphreys pushing his man off the puck before he can get there. Storm will move it out. That goes just ahead of Cormac. Lakeland sends it back down. Oh, pass couldn't quite be held on. He held the zone. Got it cross ice. Zeman battling on the far side is who that was. Sorry. They'll clear the zone. Stu gonna bring it up through the line change. Loses it in the Lakeland zone. They'll pick it up. Ooh. Oh, Richie stopping that pass. Reed's gonna hold on. Settle this game down a touch. Tower takes that face off. Richie comes out with it, chips it off the linesman instead of the board, so it stays in the storm zone. Richie's gonna try again. Can't clear the zone for a second time. Shot held on by Reed as Gemmel pushes a Lakeland player out of the crease. Tower in the face-off circle. Ties up his men. They all but collapse on that puck. Richie comes out with it. Tries to chip it down. Didn't clear the zone. Gemmel's got it in the corner. Up to Robinson. They cleared out. Rushton's there to pick it up. Down the far boards. Cross ice pass picked up by Lakeland. Into the corner they'll go. Robinson trying to send it over to Gemmel. Offside for Storm. Will reset. Richie picks up that pass to the Lakeland player waiting on the red line. They'll get rushed in a pass up to Bowers, almost right in that Tuca, the goalie. Glove save to protect his face. Bowers was in there for that face-off. Couldn't see a number on the jersey, so I couldn't have guessed who was in there. Lakeland bringing it down. Gemmel getting his stick on that one. Sends it up just in front of Richie. Richie must have hit the mesh twice, I think, there. Bowers in for the face-off. Lakeland wins that one. Back to the blue line. Doesn't get the shot at the blue line. Devo gets by him, beats him to the puck, gets a quick shot. Goalie holds on for the save. 3:31 left to play in the first. Scores tied at 0. Bowers again will take the face-off. Langley and Dvorak on the wing. Gemmel sends one through traffic deep into the corner. That one narrowly misses the linesman in the corner. Devo to Bowers. Bowers behind the net. Can't get control. Devo's got it in the far corner. Sends it back to Bowers. Tries to get it up to Langley, but the D-man's got it. Nice quick shot by Devo again. Glove save, Lakeland. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. Lakeland will play it behind the net. Lakeland chips it deep into the storm zone. Pollard playing it behind the net. He'll be pinned to the boards. Brogan Jones into support. Pollard with a pass intended. Wow, for Zeman. Way behind him. Try again. Pollard will skate it. Sends it in deep. Lakeland goalie will play it. Says everybody collapses into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland turns it around. Gets by Cormac. Bisson with a big defensive play. Zeman pushing that puck forward, forcing it into the Lakeland zone. Reed opts to cover that one up and settle this play down again. Volleyball ending up in our penalty box down below. Tower in for the faceoff. Humphreys in the corner. Tower over to help him out. Picks it up behind the net. Chips it down but not out. A bobbling shot towards the net will be set aside by James Reed. Lakeland trying for a centering pass. Ryder Robinson gets in there, but still Lakeland takes control. Rushton with the hit at the blue line as they all plow through. Tower back to Humphreys. Cross ice pass to Rushton. Stands his ground at the red line. Stewart backhand pass to the neutral zone. No one picking it up. Stewart's going to pick it up himself here, push it forward. Lakeland still having control. They'll send it over. Rushton sends it back in and goes for a change. 1 minute left to play here in the first. That shot goes way wide at James Reed. Devo chips it out and Lakeland's offside. Kason Bowers in for the faceoff. Bowers wins it. Devo picking it up. Gemmel pins it to the boards. Lakeland coming out with it. Shot through traffic. Had save. Rebound comes out and James Reed holds on. 43 left to play in the first. Bowers in the faceoff circle wins that one easily back to Richie. Battling in the corner with it with 32 seconds left to play in the first. Goes over to the far corner. Dvorak and Gemmel putting the pressure on over there. Gemmel's playing the puck. No, Devo's playing the puck. Gemmel's playing the body. Richie's got it behind the net. He just pins it to the board to try to eat the time with 17 seconds left to play. Langley's got it. Chips it up the boards and down. It'll be icing as Devo almost won that race with 7 seconds left to play in the first. Hours in for the face-off again. Lakeland wins that one. Quick shot deflected wide by Reed as the buzzer should sound shortly. There it is. Ooh, a quick little slash after the play. Welcome back to the ice. Grand Prairie Storm for period number 2. Give everyone some time to get rid of the pools of water on the ice. I guess get some referees on the ice would help as well. Dance. Oh, have fun. Got a meeting in the corner that I won't be able to see past the fans' heads. So making plans for the second period, those boys are. Think James was the boss in that situation, if I had to guess. Got a bit of a observance on my part. Boys opting to sit to start the period. Now up cheering. Brogan Jones in for the faceoff. Cormac, Zeman, Humphreys, and Stewart on with them. Oh, this lovely angle on this near board. Humphreys chipping it out into the neutral zone. Lakeland sending it back in. Humphreys got it behind the net. Everybody collapses on one player. Zeman picks it up, passes it over to Brogan Jones just ahead. Cormac. We were way outside. Reset. Aiden Stewart putting some pressure on in the neutral zone. Humphreys behind the net. Chips it by his guy, comes out. Oh, who was that? Zeman takes a hit on the boards. That's another one off the post. I will say thank you and merci. If you know Marc-Andre Fleury, you know what I'm talking about. Right into the center. James Reed, he holds on tight. Right off the S of that jersey. Case and Bowers in for the faceoff. Pollard fixing his neck guard. We'll have a little timeout. There we go. Bowers wins that one over to Pollard. Pollard in the corner. Bowers in to help. Lakeland comes out with it behind the net. Devo falls down in front of the net. This corner that we can't see. Cade Bisson behind the net. Pass up to Anderson Langley. Missed attempt. Will be an icing call. Bowers. Over to Pollard. Just bounces off his stick. Bowers picks it up, chips it off the board. Langley sends across ice. It bounces in front of James Reed. Cade Bisson picks it up. Mason Pollard. Stretch pass just ahead of Devo and down ice. Not icing as the goalie plays it. They'll clear it out and down. This one, nope, no icing. Mason Pollard into the center. Devo far side. Shot doesn't make it through the skates. Bowers behind the net, circling around, back to Bisson, chips Down ice. Lloyd's gonna pick it up. They'll skate it down. Pollard with a little poke check. That one bobbles towards Reed as he holds on for the face-off. Lincoln Tower on the ice for the face-off. Tower back to Gemmel. Gemmel plays it behind the net, round the boards to Russian. Russian looking for an option. He'll send it back to Gemmel. Gemmel cross ice pass to Towers up at the blue line ahead of the Lakeland players. Can't quite control it. It's icing. Feel like a little more effort could have had that puck going in the net. Face off, Storm Zone. Tower in for the face off. Lakeland comes out with that one. It's down in the corner where even I can't see it. Richie's got it behind the net. Lakeland picks it up. Lincoln Tower looking to stop that pass. They opt to go to the blue. Ooh, that one's off a Russian shin pad and all the way down the ice. Lincoln with a backhand out front. Oh, Rushton overskated it. Everyone overskated it, actually. Stays in the Lakeland zone. Back with Gemmel with a shot and a glove save by Lakeland. Broken Jones in for the face-off. Tries to get it back to the blue line. Lakeland comes out with it. They'll play it behind their net. Cade Cormack putting pressure on in the far corner. Lakeland sends it around the boards. Gemmel sends it towards the net. Cormack rushing for it. Gets a backhand attempt at, we'll say, toe kick. Lakeland circling around in front of their own goalie. Everyone knows that's always my favorite. Lakeland brings it down ice into the far corner, forced behind the net. Back to the blue line, shot through traffic. Ooh, tipped down by, that's a high stick on Lakeland. She's on it today. Face off just outside the Storm Zone. Case and Bowers, Caden Dvorak, Ryder Robinson, Ethan Humphreys, and Aiden Stewart on the ice. There we go. Battling for it at the Storm blue line into the corner. Can see the puck bouncing up, going nowhere. Lakeland comes out with it, gets the shot. That's just wide of the net. It bounces awkwardly as Storm rims it around the boards. Lakeland picks it up, keeps it in. Centering pass missed. Langley gets there first, chips it off the boards and out. Humphreys behind the net. Gets shoved off the puck. Still comes out with it. He'll chip it. Oh, they had to work to clear that one out. They had to work to try to keep that one in. Humphreys behind the net. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what happened there, but it ended up in front of James Reed. Devo had to try and pick it up. Aiden Stewart tries to chip behind him. Reverse hit by Aiden Stewart. Chopping away at it. Humphreys comes out with it. He's gonna skate. Hustle! Passes it up to Langley. Oh, he's pushed off the play. Angle at the blue line. Bowers comes out with it. He gets by his man into the far corner. Pushes his man off the puck. They'll kick it up to themselves. Pollard on ice now gets the shot. That one was high. Oh, the rebound one-timer missed by Rushton. Robinson keeps it in, gets it over to Pollard just ahead. Pollard sends it towards the net. Oh my gosh, we can't buy a goal. That one should have been in. Ryder Robinson had it going slow motion towards the net and it missed going in by a hair. Storm controlling the play in the Lakeland zone right now. Lakeland clearing it out for a icing goal. Good pressure by the Storm here in the second. No score. 13:54 left to play. Brogan Jones in for the faceoff. Cormac, Seaman, Gemmel, and Richie out there with a Brogan Jones wins that one over. Cade Cormac gets it, sends it over to Richie. Lakeland with a stretch pass behind our D-man. Reed with a big save. They tried for a wraparound. The defensemen were there. Great action end to end here in the second period. Lakeland turns it around again. Gemmel all over his man. Gonna take the penalty for that one. 100%. That'll be a holding call to Landon Gemmel. 2 minutes. Penalty kill Storm. Brogan Jones, Grayson Richardson, Cade Cormac, and Aiden Stewart on the ice for the kill. Jones wins that one over to Richie. Can't get control. Lakeland takes it to the blue line, sends it over the far boards. Centering pass, no shot attempt made. That'll go around the boards over to the other D-man. Doesn't get the shot off, sends it back into the corner. Sharp angle attempt. Reed will hold on as Stu takes his man down at the net. That looks like Anderson Langley in for the faceoff. Wins that one back to Pollard. Pollard's gonna try to play it behind the net. He gets hit in the corner. 3 white jerseys on him. Lakeland comes out with it, sends it back to the blue line. D to D pass. Cross ice pass. Shot through traffic goes off Humphreys. That one goes high and into the mesh off the rebound shot. Rebound off of a defenseman, if you will. Langley in for the face-off. Lakeland wins that one back to the blue line. Over to their winger. Shot through traffic. That one deflects into the far corner. 1:06 left in the penalty to Gemmel. Storm clears his own. Lakeland goalie playing it as Langley's putting the pressure on. Takes his time getting back in the net. Come down ice. Devo's on him on the far side, pushing him into the corner. Pollard out front, standing his ground. He'll not race to the corner. Playing safe on this penalty kill. Puck's pushed back into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland skating through. Humphreys on him into the corner. Devo's there with him. Centering pass intercepted by Bowers and sent down with 25 seconds left in the penalty kill. Lakeland goalie playing as the Storm go for a change. Zeman putting the pressure on in the Lakeland zone. Bowers at the blue line. Pass just ahead of their player. No icing. Richie rims it around the boards as the penalty expires and we're even strength. Centering pass intercepted by Zeman. D to D to D. Can't keep it in the zone. We're down in no man's land. We'll push it all the way back into the Lakeland zone. Zeman and Rushton both on them. They get the puck almost out of the zone. I don't know what's happening down there. I think they're sitting on it at this point. Bowers on the blue line. Well, that'll be all the way down to the Storm zone. D to D pass. Stretch pass goes just ahead of Bowers. There was a touch on that one, so no icing. Goalie will play it behind the net. Zeman chips it over to Bowers. Oh, sends it out front behind Rushton, so no shot to be made. Lakeland takes it down. They'll take a shot. That'll go wide. Lakeland will pick it up on the far side. Send a blind pass into the corner. Richie's there to pick it up. Oh, nobody in to help him behind the net. Lakeland ends up with it. Aiden Stewart kicks it forward. Zeman gets it out. Rushton's racing down the boards. Tries for a setting pass. Can't get it over to Lincoln Tower. Lakeland's going to clear it out. Shot through center, pad saved. Reed Richie pushed off the puck. Lincoln Tower laying a hit in the corner. D to D pass. Shot not made through traffic. Couldn't get the shot off. Sends a backhand towards the net. They're tangled up behind the net. Someone sends it out to the blue line. Lakeland can't hold it. Ryder Robinson on him. Pressure put on by the blue jerseys here in the second. Lincoln Tower lays his man down at center ice. Shot held on by Reed. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. Zeman, Humphreys, Cormac, and Aiden Stewart out there with him. That shot goes way wide of the net. Humphreys picks it up on the far side, over skates it on the far side. Brogan Jones got to be there to pick it up. Stewart calling for the puck. Brogan Jones trying to hit Zeman at the red line. They intercepted it, bring it back. Centering pass miss. Humphreys and Jones into the corner. Lakeland goes for the hit and misses. Humphreys gets it around the boards and down. That's going to be an icing call. Humphreys behind the net. Pass up to who's up there? Shea Zeman grabs it. Gets it out front. Centering pass. Cormac with a backhand attempt. Goalie save. Lakeland brings it down. 2-on-1. Shot goes high and wide into the corner. Brogan Jones picks it up, sends it up to Cade Cormac, chips it right back up to Brogan Jones. He sends it towards the net. Toe kicked by the goalie. Humphreys keeps it in. Gets a bobbling shot towards the net, and the goalie will hold on for the saves. Lots of action here in the second period from both teams. Bowers in for the faceoff. Dvorak, Langley, Bisson, and Pollard on the ice. Kisson holds the line. Oh, bounced out, so we have to reset. Lakeland trying to circle through the neutral zone. They get some momentum, send it into the Storm zone. Behind the net, Pollard picks it up. Tries to pick it up. Sometimes I might have too much faith in these guys. I get ahead of them. Lakeland keeps it in. Pollard picks it up again behind the net. Looking for an option. He'll pass up to Dvorak. Couldn't quite keep control. He chips it back to Mason Pollard. Over to Kason Bowers on the blue line. Trying to get control of it. Devo gets in there. Moves it towards the net. Nobody getting a shot off. Lakeland passing behind their own player. Ooh, backhand out in front of the net. Cade Bisson picks it up, tries to settle it down. Backhand pass up to Devo. He's bumped into the boards. There's a shot. Riedel, hold on. Doesn't like the player in his space. Keeps tucked in while his players defend his crease. Tower in for the faceoff. Ritchie and Gemmel on the blue line. Robinson and Rushton on the wings. Everybody on the ice liking the song as heads are bobbing down there. D to D pass with Lakeland. Shot pad save through traffic. Lincoln Tower circles around. Henrik Rushton gets there, tries to chip it up to Tower. Lakeland gonna not circle it back in as Ryder Robinson takes it forward and they intercept it and bring it back. We're just gonna circle the neutral zone is actually what we're gonna do. Pressure coming on. Rushton coming out. Oh, and he can't. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. He did not get it in there. And there's a penalty coming to Lakeland. Two minutes for hooking is the call. Storm going on the power play. Rushton, Robinson, Dvorak, Tower, and Pollard on for the power play. With 6:48 left to play in the second, scores at 0. Oh, Lakeland clears that out and down. Reed forced to play it in front of the net. Pollard picking it up behind the net. Oh, circles around in front of his goalie. Oh, wipes out doing circles. Rushton in to help him. Rushton pushed off the buck, hit into the corner. Pollard up to Robinson at the red line. Skates in. He's got Dvorak with him. Rushton in the center, falling for it. Rushton over the tower. One timer missed, goes up into the glass. Robinson sends it out front. Rushton and Diva both get shot attempts that don't make it in. It's down in the corner again. Lakeland trying to chip it out. Mason Pollard squeezing that board. They got it by him, and he's got a race as we've got a breakaway. Reed with a big blocker save. Pollard gets it up to Devo. Oh, Tower was getting excited. Everybody excited as the Storm go offside. Brogan Jones in for the faceoff. Jason Bowers picks that one up, moves it forward. Brogan Jones chasing it into the corner. Oh, Bowers with a shot. Goalie just be able to get his glove on that one last minute. Stewart with a shot through traffic, blockered up into the mesh. Go blue! Jason Bowers in for the faceoff. Zeman, Cormac, Jones, and Stewart out there with him. 30 seconds in the power play. Oh, that shot goes in. Jason Bowers sends it home for the Storm's first goal. Storm take the lead on a power play goal by Jason Bowers. Jones in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Zeman. Chips it over. Meant for Stu. Doesn't make it. Lakeland with a shot kick save by Reed. That one goes past the Lakeland player and down. Cormac on the chase. Due to deep pass in front of the goal. Pass up the boards to the Lakeland player waiting. Lakeland skirting in, gets by Gemmel. Shot goes behind the net. I think a hooking call might have been missed there. We got lucky on that one. Gemmel in the corner. Came Cormac up to Zeman on the sideboards, inside boards, we're going to call it. Sends it back over to Cormac. He loses control in front of the net. Picks it back up again, tries to get it front to Brogan Jones. Richie going to pick it up at the blue line, loses it, keeps it in. Zeman behind the net. Jones in the corner, sends it out front. Cormac couldn't quite get there as he was in tight. Lakeland going to bring it down with a 3-on-2. That goes into the corner. Lincoln Tower comes off the bench, picks it up. He gets a big pass up to Ryder Robinson. Can't quite get control. Had the step on him, but the puck got away from him. Ryder Robinson gets it over to Rushton. Oh, tries to get it over Lincoln Tower again. They were all in so close. Hard to get a shot off. Gemmel battling at the blue line to keep it in. They get it just out by him. Ryder Robinson gonna pass it up to Rushton, who chips it into the Lakeland zone. Everybody ducks as Lakeland clears it out and down. Reed plays it behind the net. Pass up to Robinson. Tries to chip it. As Lincoln Tower was coming down the boards, and they'll pop it up into the mesh here. Looks like 3:21 left to play here in the second. This clock has got some missing light bulbs, so it's always a guessing game. We'll get a line change as Dvorak, Bowers, Cormac, Bisson. Oh, that's sorry. Langley, Bowers, Dvorak, Bisson, and Pollard. Bisson sends it over just ahead of Dvorak. Goes into the corner. Bowers circles around, gets another shot and another one. Jason Bowers with goal number 2 on the night. 2-0 Storm. As Bowers steps in to take the face off, he's got Dvorak on the wing, Langley on the other side. Devo tripped up at the line. Bowers comes out with it again, shoves his man off the puck. Hits a man behind the bench. Langley getting a shot. Rebound comes out, goes into the corner. Bowers over to Pollard. That one's intercepted. Lakeland gets out and down by the Jeepers off the crossbar. I think that one was. Oof. Cade Bisson playing it in the corner. No one in to support. Lakeland's got it, looking for a centering pass. Missed everyone. Shot from the blue line. Woo, little rebound. Reed holds on before they can get there for the next shot. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. Humphreys, Stewart, Zeman, and Cormac on the ice with them. D-to-D pass for Lakeland. That shot goes up into the mesh. Lands on the net. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. Wins it back to Aiden Stewart. Aiden whips it around the boards. Out into the neutral zone. Zeman can't get a stick on it. He's all tangled up. Got a lot of interesting extra from both teams tonight. Shots held on by Reed. And some extra fancy circling, deacon out plays between the feet. Jones in the face-off circle. Jonesy wins that one back to Humphreys in the corner. Two men on him. Jones in to help. That one goes cross ice. Lakeland gets it, sends it out front. Backhand attempt. Reed's gonna hold on. Towers on for the face-off with Gemmel. I'm gonna say Robinson, Rushton, and Richie out there with him. Oh, who was tripped up there? Lakeland offside, forced to reset. Gemmel's gonna play it in the far corner. Tries to chip it up the boards, can't clear the zone. D-man gets a shot off, glove saved by Reed. 1:29 left to play in the second. Storm leading 2-0. Tower in the faceoff wins that one with authority. Gemmel's got it behind the net, sends it over to Rushton on the far boards, tries to chip it, doesn't get a stick on it. Lakeland coming out with it. D-man looking to take a shot. That goes off a body out front. Oh, Lakeland's got it out front, but they don't have a good angle to get a shot. D-man misses it. It clears out into the neutral zone. Rushton's putting the pressure on. Cross-eyed pass. They send it back over. No one's there. Gemmel picks it up. Tries to chip it down the sideboards. Pretty sure he hit the linesman as the flinch looks like it's happening down there. Storm will send it into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland playing it behind their net. We pass out front. We got 3 blue jerseys out front. No one can take that opportunity as Lakeland brings it down. Cutting through center. Gets the shot that goes off the outside post. Comes out front again. No shot able to happen. That one's chipped up and out into the neutral zone. Icing Old Alphas. Lakeland picks it up while Storm goes for a change. 10 seconds left to play here in the second period. Bodies being thrown around on this near board where I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. I figured something was happening. I could see the fans. There will be some penalties called here at the end of the second period. We'll see if we actually get to see what they are as these boys head off for intermission. Fucking skyrocketed the shit. You want me to be smart? Skyrocket. So penalties being added at the end of the second. Landon Gemmel, 2 minutes for a hit to the head. Looks like 2 minutes for roughing. Lakeland looks like they've got a 4 minute hit to the head, and we'll see if anything else comes up. Period number 3 looks like we'll be starting short-handed with Gemmel getting the extra penalty. We'll be starting with, well, are we short-handed? What are we doing? I'm not going to guess until they're on the ice. Humphreys, Tower, Rushton, and Pollard is what it appears to be starting the third period. At the end of that second period with the scuffle in the corner, Gemmel's in the box. 2 for hit to the head, 2 for roughing. Lakeland should, if the score sheet tracks, have a 4-minute hit to the head. Penalty kill, Grand Prairie. Tower in for the faceoff. Oh my gosh. Nobody able to get their stick on that puck as it goes into the far corner. Still got some puddles out there I can see, so we could end up with a sticky puck. Yep, not quite doing what they wanted to. Drop back to the D-man, D to D pass. Back to the D at the center, shot through traffic. Reed holds on tight. Face off, blocker side. Tower wins that one back to Pollard. Lakeland comes out with control. Battle at the boards. Lakeland, D to D. Back to D. And he bobbles on it. Rushton's in a race. Can he get by him? He's got Tower out front. Just gets it behind him. Sticks bouncing out there. Puck's bouncing a high stick. Face off outside the Lakeland zone. Bauer's in for the face off. Richie, Zeman, and Stewart out there with him. Lakeland wins that one. They'll reset it in their neutral zone here, not really gaining control. Back to the D-man. D to D pass just behind him. That shot goes through traffic. Reed holds on. Sure. Actually, well, that doesn't matter. You're good. You're in it, but if you want to be on camera, just say hi. I can see you. Back to the blue line, whiffed on the shot. Dvorak picks it up, sends it down deep into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland trying to carry it out. Devo keeping the pressure on. Case and Bowers tries to clear the zone. Can't quite get control as he's tangled up. He's pinned to the boards. Got the puck with him. 1 penalty expires. So I think we're even strength. Langley was serving the extra penalty to Landon Gemmel. That's an icing, as I don't think the Storm realized we were even strength. Brogan Jones in for the faceoff. Shot through traffic, goes wide of Reed. Zeman gets his stick on it, can't clear the zone. Brogan Jones comes in with some steam, clears it out. Cade Cormack sends it into the center and they circle around. Oh, Jonesy taking his man down at the neutral zone. Pollard settling it down, chips it off boards just behind Brogan Jones. Lakeland takes the opportunity, brings it back into the storm zone. Mason Pollard looking to skate, lost his line, sends it over to Cade Bisson. We're just kind of passing it back and forth between the lines here. Shot through traffic, goes wide. Reed's got to settle back in. Cormack chips it over to Pollard, up to Shea Zeman. Got a line change happening. Pollard's playing an offensive defensive position here. Humphreys pushing his man into the corner. Pollard whips on the pass, gets his stick on it again, doesn't quite clear the zone, rushing in to help. Pollard finally gets it into the neutral zone, but the Storm can't gain control. Tower gets it over to Robinson, gets it over to Rushton, gets by his man. Ooh, a backhand attempt. Glove save. What was the end result? 4-3 us. Tower in for the faceoff. Quick shot goes wide of the net, and Humphreys holds the blue line. I got ahead of myself there as I thought the puck was coming out. Aiden Stewart couldn't hold the line on the far side, sends it back in, but Storm's offside. Lakeland takes control in the neutral zone. Humphreys chips it off the board. Where does it go? Lakeland picks it up. Centering pass. Robinson there. Stu and his man are tangled up in the net. There we go. Rushton comes out with it. He's got Tower with him. Sends it over and hits the Lakeland body. Keeping it moving into the Lakeland zone. Rushton sends it out front. Couldn't hit Tower. Humphreys holds the line. Chips it off the boards into the corner. Lakeland's gonna skate it. Gets around. Stu gets a shot. That one goes just out in front. Woo! Robinson on the far boards clears the zone into the neutral zone for Lakeland to reset. Lakeland circles, skates. Rushton just gets enough body on it to stop that motion. D-to-D pass. Shot through traffic. Deflects off a shin pad and into the corner. Oh, the Lakeland D-man holds it in for a second. Oh, comes out offside. We've got a reset as the D-man skates it in. Shot goes off Humphreys' feet. Drop pass. Shot blocked by Humphreys' shin pads. Stu battling behind the net. Comes out with it. Chips it into the mesh for the faceoff. There'll be 2 more to the box for roughing, and Lakeland looks like they're getting an extra. Looks like Storm will come out ahead on that one as Lakeland got the extra penalty. Coincidentals for roughing and possibly someone talking when they shouldn't have been. I'm not too sure. Power play, Grand Prairie. The refs are opting to talk through the glass instead of motioning what the call is, so I'm having to guess. Power play, Grand Prairie, 14:25 left in the third period. Storm leading 2-0 as Lincoln Tower steps in for the faceoff. Tower over to Bowers on the sideboard. Richie picks it up at the blue line. Skating across over to Dvorak. Back to Richie. Backhand pass over to Tower. Bowers can't quite get the shot off. Lakeland trying to clear it out. Hits their own player. They'll have to send it back into their zone. Anderson Langley flying over to the corner. Lincoln Tower. Oh, didn't quite hold the line like I thought he was going to as it bounced by him. Storm reset. Tower up to Langley. Bowers there to pick it up. I'm going to guess Richie over to Devo. Back to Richie. Shot through traffic. Pad save. Rebound comes out. Bowers gets a shot. Tower with another shot. Another rebound. Devo couldn't quite get there for the rebound as Lakeland clears it out. Cross ice pass to Bowers. Brings it up the sideboards. Has to reach for it. Devo into helps, got it in the corner, chips it up the boards, no one there's. Lakeland clears it out with 45 seconds left in the Storm power play. Pollard behind the net. Storm goes for a change. Pollard up to Zeman. Up to Cormac, who's got to get around his man. Brings it up this near board. Cormac looking for a centering pass, sends it back to Pollard. Cross ice to Jones with a shot. Rebound comes out. No one knows where it is. It stays out far corner. Lakeland's got it. Doesn't clear the zone as Ryder Robinson's on him. 16 seconds left in the power play. Pass in front of the goalie. Missed as Shea Zeman comes to circle back. Jones all down in front of the net as he's trying to gain control. Pollard's got it. Cross to Jonesy. We are even strength, I believe. Yep. Coincidentals will come out after the next whistle. That one goes off Reed's helmet and stays out. Back to the blue line. They can't hold it in as Cormac's on the hunt, putting pressure with Ryder Robinson with him. Circles around all the way down and through. It's the shot. It goes wide to Reed. Goes in for a one-timer attempt. Misses. Cade Cormac just ahead of Case and Bowers. Lakeland gets the shot and in over the shoulder and Reed. Top shelf corner goal for the Lakeland to get on the board. Storm still leading 2-1 with 11:28 left to play in the third. Bowers in for the faceoff. Lakeland wins it. Langley sends it into the Lakeland zone. Dvorak putting on the pressure. Lakeland off the boards. Doesn't quite clear it out. Devo circles around to pick it up. All the way behind the net to the far corner. Lakeland's got it behind their net. He's going to opt to skate it. Oh, and Lakeland couldn't hold it. It comes down. Pretty sure they just came out of the box on the coincidentals, got into it in the corner again. She sent them both to the box, and she is giving somebody a misconduct. Lakeland, one to the showers early. Looks like it'll be a 2 and 10 for Lakeland, and it's 2 for Grand Prairie. Aiden Stewart straight back into the box. Looks like 2 have left the ice for Lakeland. I'm not sure what's going on. Did you think that was coming? Okay, only 1 left the bench for Lakeland. Storm coming out with a power play on this one. Lincoln Tower in for the face-off. Over to Rushton. Back to Pollard. Oh, Rushton sends it right onto the stick of Lakeland, and we got 2 on 1. Okay, Bisson with some serious defensive play in there stops that 2 on 1 action. Rushton sends it cross ice way behind Ryder Robinson. Lakeland getting the shot, goes wide to James Reed. Lakeland behind the net. Okay, this one centering pass goes cross ice into the corner. Cade chips it up to Ryder Robinson, tries to chip it down boards, not effective. They get another shot off, hit their own player. Lincoln Tower trying to get some forward motion. Lakeland's got it, sends it back in deep into the storm zone. Cade this one ready to pick it up and over to Mason Pollard, chips it around the boards. So just clears it out. They'll have to reset. They'll skate back in. Gets a shot. Easy glove save for Reed. James Reed gonna fix his helmet. Not sure what the issue is, but he's got to take it to the bench. Get some assistance. See how long the refs will give them before. .940 left to play in the third. Storm leading 2-1. Jones in for the faceoff. Gamel gets it up to Zeman. Can't go. Goes off Zeman's shoulder, stays in into the corner. Gamel sends it around the boards. Cormac's there to pick it up. Back behind the net with the puck is Brogan Jones. Pass up to Cormac, tape to tape in the neutral zone. Over to Zeman. Skating in, trying to get through. Doesn't make it through. Can't get the shot. Cormac to Jones. Shot doesn't go anywhere, but the attempt was there. They get that one past Gemmel. No icing as we've got the Do we have the power play? Yes, we still have the power play. Cormac ahead of Zeman. Lakeland stops it. Cormac picks it up again. Slow movement. Oh, rebound comes out. Zeman couldn't control it. Sends it back to the blue line. Gemmel over to Ritchie. Shot through traffic. Goes off a body behind the net. Jones there to play it. Back to Richardson at the blue line. Sends it back into the corner around the net. Zeman's going to pick it up on the far side. Jones. Centering pass in the feet. Sticks flying out there. Lakeland bringing it down, send it toward the goalie, plays it behind the net. Ritchie and Gemmel are on him. Ritchie, nope. Gemmel in the far corner. Lakeland ends up with it. Lakeland holds it in. Gemmel chips it up to Bowers just behind him. Lakeland able to chip it into the Storm zone. Ritchie's got it in front of the net. Loses it in front of the net. Backhand attempt goes way wide at James Reed. I'd say the D-man got lucky on that one. Ritchie will clear it down and out for icing. Bowers in for the faceoff. Bobbling puck out front. Langley chips it into the neutral zone. Lakeland gains control. Pollard pinning his man to the boards. Bowers in to help. Refs in the way. Langley in the corner. Back to the Lakeland blue line. Doesn't get the shot off. Shot goes wide through traffic and around the boards and out. Devo's on the hunt, putting the pressure on. Lakeland with a long pass to the red line. They've got to gain some control there. A lot of backwards passing, standing still. Humphreys getting in the way of that pass. Bowers in the corner. Centering pass comes to the blue line. Shot deflected up into the mesh with 6:43 left to play in this game on GPAC days. Here in Grand Prairie at Design Works Center. Tower back to Stewart. Stewart can't hold on. Lakeland comes out with a sharp angle shot. Reed will hold on. We are even strength with 6:36 left to play. Tower in for the faceoff. Tower wins it. Stu overskates it. Gemmel almost got in there, and Reed will hold on again, and we'll try for number 3. Glove side faceoff. Tower wins it back to Pollard. Pistons got it in the corner, chips it up to Ryder Robinson. Can't move it along the board, sends it out. Shot, glove save. Tower back to Pollard behind the net. Lakeland taking control in the corner, sends it around. No one there. Tower's there to pick it up. He's pinned to the boards by his man. Bisson in to help. Ryder Robinson sends it out over to Rushton. Rushton's hauled down on the play. Can you not scooch down any further? Because then I can't see past you guys. You got to stay right in the middle. Oh, yeah. Ooh, centering and pass attempt. Ball was in the air. D pass. Richie behind the net. Chips it up just ahead of Rushton. Rushton gets the pass to Ryder Robinson. Carries into the Lakeland zone. Gets around his mound. Gets the shot and the goalie will hold on. Ooh, not happy that he missed. 5:11 left to play in the third period. Jonesy tries to get a shot. It goes behind the net. Lakeland picking it up on the sideboards. Zeman's putting on pressure. Cormac holds it in. Oh, Jonesy with his head down. Penalty coming too. Boom is getting that one. Looks like Shay Zeman going to the box for tripping. Penalty kill, Grand Prairie with 4:52 left to play. Bowers in for the face-off to the blocker side of James Free. Richie's got it in the corner, up the sideboards. Lakeland holds it in just barely into the corner. Sharp angle attempt goes way wide of the net. Devo lost the puck in his feet. Lakeland's got control. D pass. Shot through traffic. Comes in. He picked a side and sent it home to tie it up with 4:31 left to play on a power play goal for Lakeland. Jason Bowers in for the faceoff. Langley Dvorak on the wing. Stu and Humphreys on D. Stu gets it up just ahead of Langley. He's got to chase it into the Lakeland zone. We are playing even strength. Stu into the corner. Oh, yes, we did. Beauty cross ice pass had the goalie opened up and Devo took the shot to take the lead at 3-2 Grand Prairie. With 4:11 left to play. Bowers in the face-off circle. Lakeland coming through with some steam, pushed outside by Stu. Sharp angle shot goes far corner. They'll send it back ice. Stu into the corner. Hustle blow. Let's go, boys. Storm clear the zone. Devo's on the hunt. They bat it off his stick in front of the net. Turn it around. Langley's putting the pressure on the far boards. They get around. They get the shot. It goes wide. 3:39 left to play. I'll be watching for the Lakeland goalie to see what they do. Stu chips it off the boards and out. Lincoln Towers got it. He gets a shot off. Rebound comes out to the corner. Lakeland able to clear it out and down. Rushton's got it up to Robinson. He takes his time, whiffs on the pass over to Stu. Stu chips it off the boards down into the Lakeland zone. Lakeland clears it out. Stu's gonna send it towards the net. Just misses. Lakeland behind the net, sends it around the boards. Lincoln Tower almost intercepted that pass. Lakeland's coming down ice. Just stays on. Oh, no, they are offside. They've got a clear out reset. Stu over to Robinson, just behind Rushton. Pollard picks it up and he'll send that one in deep to the Lakeland corner. Robinson whipping in there with some steam. They bring it around boards. Lincoln Tower with a cross ice attempt keeps it in. Pins it at the boards. Ryder Robinson with a backhand. Lakeland sends it out to their neutral zone. They're pushed outside. Send one over to Reed, easily set aside. Picks it up, tries her wraparound attempt. Reed tries to cover up and misses, and that clears out and down the ice for the slowest icing call I've ever seen. 2:07 left to play. Storm leading 3-2. Does the goalie leave the crease for Lakeland? Not yet. Jonesy wins that face off into the corner for, I think Richie has got it pinned in the boards. 2 minutes left to play here in the third period in Grand Prairie versus Lakeland. Okay, Cormac chasing for it. D-man comes out with it, shot through trap. Oh my God, it went in. It popped to pad and bobbled over James Reed and in as Seaman was reaching for it to keep it out. Lakeland ties it up again with 1:48 left to play in the third. Jones, Cormac, Zeman, Humphreys, and Stewart on the ice. Jones wins it, pushes it forward. Lakeland grabs it because his player wasn't there. Lakeland will send it in deep to the Storm zone. Jones playing it behind. No, Reed playing it behind the net. Good Lord. Lakeland's got it in the corner. They're forced behind the net. Jones plays the body. Stu picks it up. Stu gonna wheel. Loses it at the Lakeland blue line. They chip it up into the mesh. Let's go blue! 1:14 left to play. Bowers in for the face-off. Langley, Devo, Rushton, and Stewart on the ice. Bowers sends that one forward. Lakeland playing it in their zone. Humphreys picks it up. Chips in the middle. Lakeland grabs it, comes in. They've got a sharp angle shot. Reed holds on. One minute left to play. Bowers for the faceoff. Back to Pollard behind the net around the boards. Langley's there to pick it up. Can't clear the zone. Shot through traffic goes wide. Devo's got a race to the far boards. He chips it up. Can't clear it out as Lakeland kicks it back in. Tries again. Lakeland still holds it. In the corner. Richie's got it. Oh, yep. Tripping called on Grayson Richardson. With 30 odd seconds left to play, Storm will end this on a penalty kill. Timeout called. Looks like 33.8 seconds left to play. for Grayson Richardson in the box for tripping. Storm on the penalty kill. Scores tied at 3. Tower in the face-off. Lakeland looking for an option. Shot through traffic, way wide. Rushton over into the corner. E one timer. That one bobbled through the air and goes wide. 15 seconds left to play. D-Man gets a one timer attempt goes wide again. 7 seconds left to play. Storm clears the zone, and that'll be it for today as this game ends in a tie.